Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mythlok with your host, Nitin Nair. We have just looked at an amazing piece of Japanese mythology in our last episode, the god of wealth, Daikokuten, and now we thought let's move all the way over and look at one character that we have been meaning to since the start of our podcast, YouTube channel, and our website. In fact, he is the icon that is associated with our website, the Greek monster Cyclops. In Greek literature and mythology, the one-eyed giant known as the Cyclops is associated with a variety of deeds and histories. In Homer's The Odyssey, the Cyclopes were cannibals who lived an uncivilized life in Sicily, and in another story, Odysseus escapes from his death by blinding the Cyclops Polyphemus. In Hesiod, the Cyclopes Arges, Brontes and Steropes were the three sons of Gaia and Uranus, and they created the Thunderbolts of Zeus. Later authors claimed that they were workmen of Hephaestus who were killed by Apollo for making the lightning bolt that hit his son Asclepius. The walls of ancient cities such as those in Tiryns were said to have been built by the Cyclopes. In modern archaeology, the term cyclopean is used to describe the construction of walls that are not square. In the 5th century BC play by Euripides, a group of satyrs provide comic relief as Odysseus and Polyphemus encounter each other. Virgil also associates the Homeric and Hesiodic Cyclopes with the Aeolian Islands and Sicily. They were often portrayed as giants with a single eye in the middle of their forehead. They had brutish strength which was seen in their extremely muscular bodies and physicality. Hesiod, writing in his Theogony, tells us that Cyclopes were the children of Earth and the sky, or Gaia and Uranus, making them the generation before the Olympian gods. A group of Cyclopes is referred to as Cyclopes. The Greeks believed that there was a race of Cyclopes living in a distant land that did not have law and order. In Homer's The Iliad, the creatures were described as savage and pastoral. These types of creatures represent foreign societies that do not exhibit the same level of civility. Now, the Greeks and the Romans were associated with coming up with the concept of democracy, having intellectual debates, and living a highly civilized life. Anyone outside this perception of what was supposed to be human civilization were considered to be either monsters or pastoral or just brutes. The Cyclopes were giants in their own way and possessed extraordinary strength. Many depictions of the Cyclopes tend to emphasize their slowness both physically and mentally, but it was not the case in reality. The Cyclopes have various talents, and they are also known for manufacturing the lightning bolt Zeus used to throw a weapon known as the Thunderbolt. The Cyclopes made the helmet of Hades, which made the wearer invisible, the trident of Poseidon, and the silver bow of Artemis. They were also known for building enormous fortification walls that still stand in the Mycenaean states. They are considered to be master craftsmen and builders, but it was almost impossible to get them to agree to anything. In 1914, Othniel Abel, a paleontologist, proposed that the one-eyed Cyclopes may have originated from the cave skulls of ancient elephants. He noticed that the large central nasal cavity may have been interpreted as a single eye socket, which would explain the Polyphemus origin. These types of animals were known to live in coastal areas of Greece and Italy. A rare birth defect known as cyclopia can lead to a child having a single eye. Although this condition is linked to the one-eyed Cyclopes, the actual eye is below the nose, and this is different from the depictions of creatures in ancient Greece. Apart from this, the Cyclopes have featured in numerous movies, novels, comics, cartoons, and video games, either as a negative character or one that is lonely and misunderstood. Now, the fact that I love most about Cyclopes is that it also happens to be the logo of this podcast, this website, and the Mythlok brand as well. We couldn't think of any other character that can have such an impact at an international level and can be extremely identifiable to everyone out there. As you can see, regardless of who wrote the narrative, Cyclopes has always lived outside human civilization and had their own lifestyle and their own belief system which they followed. This might not have related or even coincided with what the other human civilizations were going through, but then the Cyclopes were always regarded as people with higher skills and were always called upon when the need arose, whether it was to build strong walls, build amazing weapons, or in general lend their hand in combat. Unfortunately, the Cyclopes, like many other people who do not fit in with regular systems of society, tend to be ignored and tend to have various misconceptions built about them. We will be looking at a lot more such similar characters and hybrid monsters like the Cyclopes in the days to come. Until then, this is your host Nitin Nair signing out, but reminding you to click subscribe, like, review, share, leave a comment depending on what platform you are listening or watching this on. Signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.